Aloha hoku ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. We have a very, very beautiful message around you, and if you've come into alignment with this transmission, well, you need to know that's exactly what you are. Okay, you're walking transition. I was supposed to say transmission, but you're walking transition. Okay, so you could literally be transitioning before everyone's eyes. And when I think of someone transitioning, I think about shape shifting. I think about morphing. I think about again, transmutation. I'm also hearing you're performing alchemy before others' eyes, and this is a lot to do with how it is that you're being perceived. So we're going to open up with this, also anchoring some astral messages. But look at this, right? This is how you're showing up. We have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. The Hierophant is also basically this otherworldly being. It's a Sagittarius archetype, which is this mystical centaur, half man, half beast. So this is somebody that is their higher self in physical form, is able to anchor higher levels of awareness. You shift the frameworks in which others view reality through. I'm hearing just by kind of observing you and witnessing the things in which you also observe and act upon. And I'm hearing this is also within the quantum field as you filter through infinite fractals of yourself, infinite fractals, infinite existences, infinite timelines. And I'm hearing quantum realities, also quantum non-local connections, because you also have the Empress, which is obviously someone who is glowing and it's showing. But it's a glow that is otherworldly, okay, with this presence. It's an otherworldly, eternal glow that forever guides your path. It's where your awareness becomes your torch. And your torch does not only illuminate the path for yourself, but it also illuminates a path for those around you, okay? So you are a walking, I'm hearing activator. Ooh. You know what they're showing me right now? They're showing me water-activated paints. So you're a walking activator, okay? It's like you make something more fluid in this experience or existence. You make things more easily, I'm hearing like navigatable, like you make this existence easier for others to navigate. This could just be you being a huge inspiration, but I also see the Empress as a stargate, right? She's a portal, right? She literally is the portal to bring otherworldly essences through her and bleed into this existence, right? Other things that she creates or bursts into creation is an extension of her. So this could be things that you're doing, things that but as well when it comes to philosophies with the Hierophant. But I'm going to tell you why I got the otherworldly essence around you real quick before we jump in with these messages. It says in the Cosmos Oracle message, parallel universes and infinity, which literally shows that you have this internal, hold on guys, you have this internal network, okay, with parallel universes where you're aware of just this one localized alpha third dimensional experience, right, that you're having in this terrestrial plane. But parallel universes talks about in other universes, right, where there were other big bangs and other charges, there's other archetypal manifestations, right, that you had basically manifested into due to the natural laws of that physical environment, right? So it's how in other planetary universes there's other physical laws. On Earth, for example, in this solar system, we have gravity, and that's why we manifest in very specific ways, right? Our vessels. In other planetary star systems, the physical laws are going to differ. It's two different archetypal manifestations taking place, right? Or different expressions of yourself. And this talks about, parallel universes. Source was the one. It was the everything, this vibrating orb of plasma, if you will, this electrically charged gas. It had split itself into two dual aspects, which are the feminine and the masculine, that had created, again, like Barbados, it had created this beautiful array and display of, a plethora of different manifestations, many different subdivisions, undifferentiated bandwidths of frequency light ranging from the highest possible oscillation to the slowest possible oscillation, archangels, different kind of, galactic beings, cosmic beings, and different kind of hybrids that had all expanded throughout the multiverse, subject to different universes, all interdimensionally interconnected and encoded. And with infinity, this is about you being aware of, on this planet Earth, there are many different expressions expressing themselves through you. I was also hearing like exposing themselves through you. So there could be something about these different kind of dimensions of frequency coming to the light, especially as you speak. Okay, people, these collective groups. Now, infinity talks about be open to the possibility of possibilities. The universe, as we understand it, is truly infinite in every sense. This talks about, again, the space beyond Earth in this universe. And this means that there is always much more than what we can see. And there remains an infinite number of possibilities. Go away. Sorry. It was like this. I don't know. I thought it was a mosquito, but it wasn't. This means that there is always much more than that what can be seen. And why are you so obsessed with me, boy? Leave me alone, for real. I don't like that feeling. Anyway, our minds have a start and an end, and they prefer to stay in the limited because it's way more comfortable. Reason states that there are a few possibilities, but ignores the other millions by not considering or believing in those. We delimit the infinite by putting limits on something that does not actually have to have them at all. So they inimitally cease to exist. Infinity proposes that you see beyond what it is that you can see now, opening your mind to the possibility of possibilities. If you do, will rise again in plenty new forms, but again, not without getting rid of the limitations first. And I'm hearing this is what it is that you do for others, okay? It's like you help them see beyond their limits and come back to their limitless nature. There could be something about how you help others come back to their limitations to see that they don't have to be there. They do not have to continue to function under the physical laws in which they set upon themselves, because we all are internally universes, right? There's a whole universe inside of you, and it's about the physical laws that one wants to set upon themselves as well. Okay, so how you're perceived. You're perceived as a portal, okay, as a stargate, not just a person. That's the first message. You don't just say things, you actually emit frequencies. Others feel you as a living transmission, okay? Even in silence, your energy kind of stirs this familiar essence within others, right? Even if it's something that's unspoken, right? Again, it's not the things in which you say, but it's the things in which you don't say sometimes. It's not even the looks in which you give, but sometimes it's the looks in which you do not give, where I'm hearing you are those silver lining. Hearing like you are, you know how they say like read in between the lines and you'll find the silver linings in a situation? I'm hearing you are those silver linings, and you help others recover the silver that they thought was hidden, right? And yeah, you're perceived as someone who carries these ancient codes. You're a soul memory activator in that way, right? And you're mysterious and magnetic, but in a really good way that can kind of feel unsettling, just because you kind of I'm hearing disrupt. You're a disruptor. I'm seeing you as the Tower card as well when it comes to other people's comfort zones, okay? And people sense just this being around you, right? Things kind of shift within them, sometimes subtly, sometimes it can happen more drastically, but you have this magnetic essence, right? So there's kind of like a pull essence towards you that's kind of disruptive. I'm hearing it's even alluring, but it's also uncomfortable to those who cling to the familiar, okay? And just being, again, near you, it's like, I'm hearing you awaken others. See, no one can really be asleep near you. I'm hearing like, you're that person where it's like, if people want to stay in a state of hypnosis, or they want to talk things that just happen within the matrix, right, that are designed to externalize your life force, you make people turn within, okay, and look inwards. And you kind of act as a mirror in that way, because you're mirroring their potential. And I'm hearing that mirror may be something that people aren't ready to see yet, okay? So I'm hearing that's why some people, they don't like to be around you, okay? There's something around that, because maybe they're not ready to wake up, or they feel better kind of being in, again, it's almost like the blue pill versus red pill. Do you want to stay in this numb kind of essence, in this state of hypnosis, or do you want to actually become lucid and awaken within the dream, right? Because I'm hearing that requires the human to take accountability, okay? So you're not always perceived as relatable because you don't reflect back the wounds of others' current selves, okay? You don't reflect back those wounds always of those who choose to stay asleep, those who would rather, again, externalize their life force and say, hey, do you see this going on in the world stage? I'm hearing you may not even like small talk. You may actually be perceived as somebody that asks questions that others may try to avoid. And I'm seeing 8th house aspects, when they're like, don't talk about this at the dinner. What is it? It's like subjects of taxes, which I'm seeing as energy exchanges, esoteric arts, 8th house, death, transformation, marriage, things of this kind of nature. I'm hearing when it comes to like the alchemical marriage, right? It's like you talk about these things that others may try to avoid, and especially the unprocessed parts of self, right? You reflect the higher human potential in that way, and it could be intensely familiar to those who are ready as well. So I'm hearing, to some, you may feel like you suffocate them, because I'm hearing, you suffocate them because they choose to blanket themselves or cocoon themselves in their own comfort zone. And this is actually a mirror where they suffocate themselves, right? Or they limit themselves in this experience. Oh, this is good. And for others, you are that breath of fresh air for those who are ready to kind of break through from that chrysalis and be able to transform. But again, you cannot really stick butterfly wings on a caterpillar and expect it to fly. Transformation must happen from within. And it's whether someone is ready to embrace that instead of feeling like they're bracing for it. So you're unapologetically interdimensional in that way, right? This is also how you're perceived. Your frequency reads as somebody who refuses to shrink, to fit into the third dimensional mold. Others could see you as an oracle. They could see you as a visionary, especially if you've landed here, not by chance, okay? Welcome, holy resonance. You could even have an alien presence, okay? I'm hearing as well, in a human form, simply because you carry these truths, you carry this light, right? This embodiment, there's higher levels of consciousness into this experience where it literally appears like you're an outsider looking in, right? So yeah, you don't confirm by linear timelines or just like that logical side of things. You also, I'm hearing a very like balance with the right side, right? The right brain. And the feminine aspects of yourself, you're very in tune with your non-physical aspects, and that's integrated and it shows because you embody that in the physical. So yeah, you're expansive, yeah, a little bit groundbreaking. I'm also seeing like an earthquake energy, so you could kind of shake things up in people's reality in that way. Because I'm hearing why, when people ask why, you ask why not. So you're definitely perceived as somebody that walks without permission, right? I'm hearing you grant yourself that permission. You don't seek external acceptance through a witness to, I'm hearing the territory in which you choose to tread. And you integrate these higher levels of frequency while still being anchored, grounded, and embodied. And I'm also hearing humble. You're not escaping the world, but instead you're rewriting your internal world from within. And, you know, some of you could definitely be kind of like sharing, that's either content, you could be sharing messages, you could be sharing art, something that you are sharing in this world where people feel it. Okay, that's the energy. I'm hearing they feel it when they're around you. You awaken others by just simply existing in this essence and this energy. And people are drawn closer, I'm hearing, to you during this time because of your authentic field, okay? Your authentic field, some are going to draw closer, others may resist it, but none will remain untouched. And that's a huge energy around you. None will remain untouched because there's no way you're going to walk into 2 major arcanas and then be untouched at least for 6 months plus, right? I'm hearing people even thinking about your interactions way long after they've unfolded in a linear fashion. I'm hearing it speaks to them on a quantum level, and the quantum is eternal, right? With the eternal presence and parallel universes. I'm hearing you make people see things in which they cannot unsee, even if it's aspects within themselves. You make people listen to things that they were only previously hearing. You help others see that they were previously looking. And you do this by, I'm hearing, listening to your higher self and also seeing your higher self in this existence. So that's the message today. I'm going to love and leave you right after the last message. Actually, we have a call for action. So with that being said, you have star being answer the call, time to shine. So if this is something you have been reluctant, something that you have been dimming your light or kind of reducing yourself in this third dimensional construct, this is your message and I'm calling you out. So the 𝓤𝓸𝓻𝓵 Galactic Council says this is a call for action. You are to step up and create the changes that you want to see in the world. You have a reason for being here and you have the potential to inspire, support, and heal your corner of the world. Don't let this information scare you or overwhelm you, for you're being prepared energetically to step into this role. The ideas you've been having recently are divine downloads. You aren't being called to make dramatic changes in your life. Simply move forward step by step. The 𝓤𝓸𝓻𝓵 Galactic Council will reveal more information to support you. Be aware of downloads of information, spiritual signs, the confirmation that you're on the right path. I'm hearing start with the ways in which you know how, and the path will continue to unfold. The path will continue to reveal itself to you. Follow your heart's desires, and the universe will reveal its mysteries to you. The path unfolds as you walk down it. Action. So, I'm going to speak to you very, very soon. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details also down below. And we'll speak to you very, very soon. Until next time. Bye.